Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Mindy Banks. I'm the Flip Flop Chef, and today I want to show you how to make chocolate strawberry almond butter bites. This recipe looks amazing and I can't wait to try it. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start off by making our almond butter in Pampered Chef's Deluxe Cooking Blender. I'm going to make a little bit of noise for about 2 minutes and then we'll dive right into the rest of the recipe. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start off with a bag of oven roasted salted almonds. I got these at Aldi, but you can get them at any grocery store. We're gonna pour this whole bag into the deluxe cooking blender container. If you don't want to use the salted or roasted, then just get whatever you like for your almond butter. So this is just about 3 cups of almonds. I'm gonna transfer this over to our deluxe cooking blender and slide that a little bit closer to me and turn this on with the button on the side, and then I will be using the tamper. So when you're making nut butters, you do want to tamp only as much as you need to. So we're just going to tamp when we need to push those nuts back into the blades, and then you just kind of want to let the blender do its thing and don't tamp too much because you're not going to end up with the result that you want. This is going to give you a really creamy, pourable almond butter. So we're going to turn this to the grind setting. If you're not familiar with Pampered Chef's Deluxe Cooking Blender, I encourage you to watch some of my other videos on my channel. I have a cooking blender class and lots of other videos using the cooking blender. So I'm not going to go into lots of detail with it today, but we do have a bunch of pre-programmed settings. There's a smoothie setting, alternative milk setting, grind, jam, soup, heated puree, sauce setting. There's a custom heat and a custom blend setting, as well as a heated wash setting. So this will actually wash itself. You just put 3 cups of water in with a drop of dish soap, and that's it. You just let it go and it heats the water to 140 degrees and cleans it like the inside of a dishwasher would. You just have to pour out the soapy water, rinse the blender container, and then dry it. So let's go ahead and get started. This is a 2-minute, 20-second cycle. I may or may not run it the entire time. If you want it to be less smooth, less creamy, then you're gonna stop it at the consistency that you like. So let's go ahead and start this. I'll make a little bit of noise and then we'll finish up these chocolate strawberry almond butter bites. Pause this a second so that you guys can hear me. This is when you start tamping. When you can hear the change in the blades where it's not really grabbing very much, you're going to tamp to push that nut mixture back to the blades. stop it just a little bit early and show you what we've got here. So I could keep processing a little bit longer and we would get a little bit more smooth butter, but I want this to be actually a little bit thick. And when you're doing peanuts to make peanut butter, you will be able to get literally like super, super, super pourable. I'm gonna need about 1 1/4 cups of this almond butter, and I'm gonna use this long skinny scraper to scoop out the almond butter from the blender container. And we're probably gonna use most of this. So let's get all this out. And so this is still nice and thick, and I love how easy it is to make this almond butter with the blender. I love using the cocoa almonds to make chocolate almond butter, and it's literally so good you could just eat it with a spoon. But this was roasted and salted almonds. So the really cool thing about making your own nut butters is you can decide what kind of nuts you want to use, if you want them roasted, if you want them salted, if you want them flavored, because some of them come with even, like sometimes you can get like smoky flavored almonds or cinnamon almonds. You've got so many different options, so you can create your own. Mesh this down just a little bit. You can make whatever flavor you like the best, and you could even use those other flavors in this. This recipe probably would be really good with some of the cocoa almond butter. All right, so we still have a little bit left in the blender, so I'll scrape the rest of that out. But the really great thing about this is when I'm ready to clean this, I just put the water in, add a drop of dish soap, and it's gonna be ready to go. So let's go ahead and get everything else together. We're gonna mix all the other ingredients in our 4-quart plastic mixing bowl. We are gonna use the Flex Plus today. We're gonna use the hand mixer appliance. If you're not familiar with the Flex Plus, basically find any of these videos on my YouTube channel, but I have a playlist so that you can see lots of different videos showing you more in-depth instructions on the Flex Plus. So what we're gonna do first, we're gonna add our dry ingredients. And so I have 1 1/4 cups of oatmeal. So this is just like dried oats. I have we're gonna put the almond butter in after we do the dry ingredients. We're gonna add a 1/4 cup of coconut, and this is sweetened. If you don't want sweetened, then you could just use unsweetened coconut. I have got 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. We're gonna toss those in. I have, we're gonna do a 1/3 cup of honey, but we're gonna do all the wet stuff after we get the dry stuff in. I have a 1/4 cup of mini chocolate chips. Toss that in, and I'm using our prep bowls to prep all this out. I have a 1/4 cup of freeze-dried strawberries, and these are just crushed. Oops, let's see. Get those in there. There we go. And we're gonna take this mix and scraper and just sort of gently mix that. And then I'm gonna add in the 1 1/4 cups of almond butter, and then we're going to use another measure-all cup. If you're not familiar with this, these actually adjust, so you can pull the plunger down to whatever measurement you need, and then when you're done measuring, you just press it out, scrape it off, and you're good to go. The other side, there's an arrow that says for liquids this side up. You're going to line that up with the pour spout, and you don't move the plunger when you're using this for liquids. You just pour your liquid in and then pour out from there. We are going to add a 1/3 cup of honey. So I'm gonna pull that down to the 1/3 cup mark, and I've got my honey ready, and just squeeze to fill this. Then we'll use our Flex Plus hand mixer with the beaters to mix all this together. So scrape this off. And we do recommend that you wash your measure-all cups in by hand rather than the dishwasher. Okay, so we're gonna put our Flex Plus together. So this is the handle for the hand mixer, and I'm gonna use the beaters for this. Since our almond butter is nice and thick, we're gonna use the beaters, and one of these has a little metal piece. You're gonna just poke that on the side where that's marked. If you don't put them on the right side, then they will fall out. The whisks, it doesn't matter which side you put them on. We're gonna add the power handle. You just click that on right there. And this comes with 2 batteries. So I have, I just took this one off the charger. You're gonna press this one right on, and it lights up on this side. There is a safety switch here that you use for all other appliances, the food processor and the immersion blender. But for this one, let me turn it this way. The safety switch is right here. So you're gonna push this and then adjust the speed at the top. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna mix this together. This smells so good, and the color is so pretty. I'm just kind of starting this out on low, and I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. I just don't want to sling any of those ingredients around. I've got some of that. I got a big chunk there. I want to kind of mash that up a little bit. Okay. Okay. So when you're done with the mixer, what you're gonna do, take the battery off first and then take the power handle off, and then you can press this button right here to release those beaters, and these will go right in the dishwasher for easy cleanup. If you prefer, you can use the whisks, but for this particular mixture, because it is so thick, you're definitely gonna wanna use the beaters versus the whisks. All right, so I'm gonna use this sheet pan right here. Got a little bit of honey on here. I'm just gonna wipe this off, and we're gonna put a piece of parchment paper right on here. Place your parchment paper down. And I like to use these. I'm pretty sure I ordered these on Amazon. So they come in this little pop-up container where you just pull one out as you need it. And I love the size that this is. So we're gonna use, you could use either the small or the medium scoop, so I'll show you both of these. And you're just gonna scoop this mixture out, make yourself a nice ball, and that's all you have to do. So I'll show you the two different sizes, and you can pick the one that you like the most. I think I prefer the larger one. So we're gonna use that. And you can, save these in the refrigerator or serve them on the, or store them, excuse me, on the countertop. I'm just gonna let these sit. And if you want perfect balls, then you can take them and you can roll them in between the palms of your hands. I am not a perfectionist when it comes to that kind of thing. So that is a personal preference. So we're gonna scoop these out, and these will be nice little energy bites to get you through the day. Now, if you guys are new to my channel, I hope you'll click the subscribe button while you're here, and be sure that you leave comments. Let me know where you're watching from, because I love hearing where you guys all live. And be sure to join my recipe community. You can find it at theflipflopchef.com. And if you find any products that you would like to purchase, I would love the opportunity to be your consultant. As a consultant with the Pampered Chef, I do earn commission on the products that you purchase. So if you're going to purchase them and you've enjoyed my video, I would love the opportunity to be your consultant. So I'm just gonna move these and make a little bit more room. We still have a little bit more left in here. I can't wait to try these. This is the first time I've made this recipe, and they smell so good. And I like having something like this on hand just so that I kind of have, if I just get a little sweet tooth in the afternoon, or eat a couple of these for breakfast if I'm in a hurry. I like making little energy bites. So let's see if we can get a couple more on our pan here. Almost finished. And I will post the recipe for this. This is actually a Spread the Love recipe from their website. So I will copy that and post it for you guys. Let me scoop all this in. We'll get one more energy bite, and that is it. So let's check these out. So we have our chocolate strawberry almond butter bites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe while you're here. Check out theflipflopchef.com, and I'll see you next time. Take care.